All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the podcast. Let me introduce our hosts, Jenny. You want to come in? Jenny and Deborah, yeah. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. Show some love in the comments. Tag who you want to see next.
Oh my god! Yeah!
Start a channel?
I don't want to start a channel, but I'm here.
Yeah, but why are you too good at this?
That was like.
I think I just watched too much YouTube, man.
That was phenomenal. Thank you so much. We're back with another episode.
And our guest today is Mr.Cole.
Yep. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Cole, for doing the introduction.
Anytime.
So, Mr. Cole, how have you been lately?
I just been chilling, man. Just like usual, you know? Like, staying at home, enjoying my rent, not doing too much.
During the rent. Did you get is it lower after you moved from the
No, it's actually a lot more. So I used to live with like two roommates, yeah, in a nice building, but I moved to a studio like down the street. So it's actually a lot more expensive, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah.
There's a reason why he said enjoying rent.
I gotta stay at home. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, it is nice. It's a nice building. I like it a lot. Recommend LIC for anybody, you know. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's just really expensive, you know.
But it's like living alone.
I do, yeah. I don't know. Deborah, do you live alone?
No. What the heck, man? Why are you bringing me into?
No, I'm trying to keep the panel involved, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But
wow. See, he's
I
a
feel
natural host, guys.
I'm a natural.
You should
He's-
do something. Oh, okay, so now I know why you wanted to come on this podcast.
That's not why. Definitely not why.
You wanted to jumpstart your social
Nah.
media career.
I have social anxiety, guys.
No, you don't. Did you ever really?
I feel like as a kid, honestly, I did.
Really?
I think I did, yeah. I think I definitely did.
Were you shy as a kid?
It's becoming like a therapy session.
I know.
What it is?
I feel like as a kid, I was like pretty shy, yeah. Like growing up and stuff. Like I think so.
Wait, do you think you're still shy now?
I feel like you make friends easily.
I feel like
That's how we loop it.
I feel like I make friends like relatively easily. 'Cause I think I'm like a normal guy, you know. But
Wait, what do you mean a normal guy?
like I think like I don't have a problem like talking or like having interactions like socially like at a party or like at a bar or whatever. Like it doesn't come like
Like
it's not
you're-
hard for me to do
I see,
that.
I see.
But like I think I prefer to not always be in that environment. Like if it's like too many people, it gets a little overwhelming. I think so. Like I think I don't like being like stimulated like that all the time, where it's like 40, 50 people like at someone's place or whatever. But I think like in smaller groups, I'm pretty comfortable like just talking and get to know people and like making new friends or whatever.
Yeah, I think you're
But yeah,
comfortable.
I think I heard the opposite, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Shout out Ji-yoon for saying that to me.
wait, June?
She said that to you?
I think I heard from her. I heard from some people.
But you're not.
Not her, but that like I kind of have like I kind of feel scary or like kind of cold. And people who are just very like up in your face, like oh like
That's true.
how you been, like nice to meet you, like I'm
Yeah.
not like that. Like I'm fine just like chilling like in the back or like do my own thing.
Yeah.
But if like someone introduces me like oh like hey this is my friend like I want you want to meet him, I'll talk to him, I can like have a convo, but like I don't seek it out like that, so I think I'm a
Yeah.
little different like than some people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that now because I know you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you don't remember when you first met Cole? Wait, do you remember when you first met Jenny?
Do you remember your first impression of me?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember when I first met your brother. To be
Okay,
honest.
but my brother ain't.
True. Shout out Isaac, man. But I remember when I don't know if it was the first time, but I remember I was subbing for like children's ministry. Is that what's on?
Yeah.
So subbing for like shout out B Woo, man. Subbing for teacher Brian, man. And then I remember being down there with Hannah, like just prepping and stuff. And then Deborah, you always walk in, and I'd be like, we never talk.
Yeah.
But I just like, I know who you were. I knew you were like Isaac's sister, but like, my first impression was just like, she always comes in this room in the morning and never talks to anybody, and only Hannah. But I don't know what she's here for.
What the?
And then I would just never see Deborah for like 2 months. So that was my only impression.
That's still us. We never see Deborah for those.
Also facts, man. Yeah, that's facts.
Wait, what was your impression though? Like,
I feel like first impression might have been just like in a small group probably. I feel like you were like pretty chill. Like, I think you were like more casual than I thought.
oh,
Like pretty approachable and like, yeah, just like chill, you know?
wait,
Like,
what do you mean more casual? Do I look too?
like just like a chill vibe. Like I don't know. I feel there's like casual. Like there's like people that you think like that are heavily involved in church. Like,
Oh, you thought that was me?
you can like have there's like a certain like way, like I think they carry themselves maybe like in church settings, like small group or whatever. Like I thought that of you maybe
Oh, I see.
because I didn't really know like you, so I
That's
feel it
true.
kind of like, oh, like she serves in like children's ministries. She seems to like do her own thing. Like she's like giving up her mornings on Sundays and whatnot. So that's kind of how I thought about it. That was the wrong impression, obviously.
so,
you know.
so what's the actual impression that I'm?
No, I think just like it's just chill, man. You
Oh,
know?
I
Like,
see.
I think like funny, like approachable, you know.
Oh, I'm funny.
I might have misspoke.
okay.
Sorry,
How
I
about
meant to say I'm funny actually.
yeah? That's all I wanted, Cole. Okay. What was your first impression of Jenny? Oh, sorry, first meeting of Jenny.
When was it? Was it small group?
Yeah.
I don't remember the first impression, but I feel like my first like kind of impression overall was just like also the same as Deborah, kind of just like funny, like and like kind of like I think okay, you were very outgoing. I feel like very extroverted. I feel like
I'm so outgoing. Which is not-
true. Like you still. Oh, sorry, my bad. Like you still are. Yeah. And it was like I think like you kind of got some of the jokes that me and Isaac would kind of drop, you know, like in a small group, and I was like, okay, like there's some seasoning here, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I think like you guys are both like similar like type of vibe, you know, like funny, like relatable,
Yeah.
like just good people to be around, you know.
Yeah. Like,
It kind of made like Compass like feel like very welcoming, you know what I mean?
oh, you're flattering me too much.
Yeah, shout out Compass, man.
I didn't have a visual impression of you. I'm so sorry.
Wait, I give like well, you don't really.
Yo, we don't need to edit everything I said, by the way.
Yeah.
Edit all that out.
I just always thought of like you and Isaac as like a duo, which is why like when we were in the elevators, like the three of us were going up to Robbins one day, and then you were like, you had mentioned that like you actually didn't know Isaac for that long, like even like a year or so.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Because you guys were talking and like squabbling, like you guys have known each other for like 3-4 years or something.
Yeah. No, like I actually only met Isaac like in Campfire.
Really?
Yeah, that was when I first met him.
Oh, I thought you guys were like best friends
Oh
for
yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah,
since birth or something.
that'd be crazy.
So you guys were always together.
I know.
We have been in the same small group for like 3 straight years, like
That's
over
really
3 years at this point.
again for this year.
Yeah, again this year, Sunflower, we're in the same small group, you know.
Shout out Sunflower.
Shout out Sunflower, man. Don't cut
He's
that
gonna
part
be
out.
shouting out.
Got a lot of shout outs today, man. But no, yeah, we just like we're tight. Like we're in the same kind of friend group, you know, like church friend group. So
You have to make that distinction, church and
life friend group. There's no difference. There's no difference. Come on.
She's
Y'all
trying to
get-
start some beef.
Get me to
Yeah.
slip up.
Yeah, she's
Trying to get me to slip up on the podcast, man. Shout out instigators, man. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but maybe having no impression is a good thing. You know that.
A clean slate, yeah. Oh
it
yeah,
just
for
means
sure.
That, like, he wasn't crazy enough for. Because I don't think like a lot of people make impressions to me unless
Is bad.
they're a little strange. Not a little strange, but just like they do something that makes me think that like I pick up on.
Yeah.
But like you're just like you said, you're pretty normal.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
I thought I'm just there. Man.
Wait, since Cole said such nice things of us, I'll say like a quick.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, like what you said, when I first met Cole, you kind of like keep to yourself, and you kind of don't really initiate conversation, and you like do your own thing.
Yeah.
So I thought, kind of along the lines of what you said, where a lot of people think that you're not like you're a little like it looks like a little standoffish, like kind of like hard to
Yeah.
approach, right? But then when I got to know you, I think you had like the one of the softest hearts. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Like you're very considerate and like compassionate, I guess, but not in the typical way that people know it as. Because I always see like you doing things or like, but it's like very behind the scenes.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah, but I think like people definitely pick up on it and like they notice, you know, and it's like not things you're trying to do for like attention or yeah. So
That's like your charisma.
you're rich.
Yeah, that's you know what that's short. That's long for yeah. Riz.
Riz and charisma aren't the same.
Yeah, they
That's
aren't.
where
They
it
aren't.
came from. That's where it came from.
That's true.
It came from,
But where how people use it?
like Riz sounds like you got game, you know, but like this isn't. You're not.
You got no.
Wait, hold up.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
what are you trying to say?
No, I'm not saying that you're doing this for game. You're doing
Mm,
this like that's just because who you are. That's charisma.
yeah, some people will say I just like aura farming, you know, but Same.
Moving on. So I've never.
yeah, aura farming, like you know, like just gotta make sure you got keeping your aura up, you know.
So how do you, and once you use it, so how
But to be honest, like I just act that way not to try and like I'm just kind of memeing. Like I think I just like am someone that I think I like to treat my friends like very
nice.
yeah, like just do things for them, like so I feel like that's just how I always been really like
You expect it back because
mm,
I think sometimes like when it comes to friendships with me, like I do when I was younger. Now I'm just trying to do things for my friends if I feel like it and I want to do it.
yeah.
But when I was younger, I used to do things because I would be like, if I do this, then that person would surely do this back.
Yeah.
And then when they don't, then that's when I would have like feel the rift in my friendship. Like, have you ever felt that way?
I think like not really. I think recently maybe sometimes
Really?
like not in like a bad way. Like if you're my friends watching this man like no flame type of thing. But I feel like it's just sometimes like I don't like help people or like spend time with people like expecting something in return.
Guys, I was not including.
Yeah, like I don't like do stuff for my friends like expecting something in return really. Like I just like want to spend time. I just like want to chill or like do whatever.
When have you felt that, like, you don't have to tell us the exact moment, but then
Uh,
when you said that you felt it recently.
Like just sometimes like oh like if sometimes they feel like oh like I think if you give a lot to your friendships or any relationships you have, right? Like I think like sometimes like you think like oh like wouldn't it be nice to like not get the same back but like to be on the receiving end of something
see.
similar to that.
Yeah.
I mean like not like a one-to-one thing, not like oh if I give this I want the same. But
Yeah.
it's like it's just like the feeling
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like
yeah. Like you receiving something
of
back.
like someone being willing to do that
Yeah.
because it's more just like when you're always the one like doing it, which I don't do all the time by the way. It's just like sometimes I'm tired, I just like pull up. I don't really want to be there, you know, but like sometimes it's like oh
I'm gonna ask you each time when you come up to an event, are you sure you want to be here?
when I pull up, I always want to go
Like Jenny's
When it's-
birthday.
Nah, I wanna
In a
go
couple
to
weeks,
birthday.
I'll be like, are you sure you want to be
I
here?
was there in Greenpoint at the
Oh, because,
that,
yeah.
Or with
that,
the
that
New
was,
Year's.
that was like crazy cold too, you know.
It
But,
was crazy cool.
yeah, sometimes just I think you just want to feel like you just want to like sit there and like receive it. But I do like having like some days just to myself. You know what I mean? Like, just,
Yeah, because you're introverted.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I used to be
I-
a lot more. I used to be a lot more like introverted.
Oh, okay.
Like probably like 70-80% introverted.
Oh, I
Remember
thought
what?
you were more extroverted in the past. Didn't you say that?
No,
Me?
he said he has social anxiety.
No, but in college. No, but I remember you like one time shared like in college you were more active socially, or no?
Oh, like going out and stuff. Yeah, probably.
Oh.
But I feel like going out is just like one part of like being social.
That's true. That's true.
Where did you go out?
I don't know who's watching this video, you know? I mean, I just went out a couple times, like very few, like just tomorrow. Like there was no den social back then, you know? When I
Yeah.
was in college, but the pre-den days.
Dude, I'm only willing to go to dance social if you are. Soul has gotten into my head.
I do want to go one time, you know?
We should go this year
I
then.
heard the music is nice, yeah.
I heard that too.
But
Yeah.
it's like, I know it's hard to get in, and like, I don't really want to like wait outside and stuff.
Maybe
you know?
Isaac can lead us.
Isaac might know somebody there. Isaac and Kevin can lead the way.
They can lead the way. Like Moses.
True. Amen.
We gotta loop it back somehow.
But no, like I feel like taking it back, like I feel like, you know, like I'm like half and half right now, like introvert, extrovert type thing. Before I was like way more introverted. I think. Like in college I was way more introverted.
Has it been hard making friends for you as an adult?
I think it's harder in general, like to make friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, as an adult.
Because it's harder, does it make you become like pickier in who you...
I think like as I got older, you know, like I'm 26 now, man. Like I think I'm like pickier about
Who you
not
spend
friendships, but like what I spend my time doing.
and
So,
your
like,
energy.
even like like if I have like good friends, but sometimes like if my friends are just like just chilling or like doing stuff, sometimes like I'm like, oh, like you've been chilling at like, not to like be specific or flame, but like if we've been chilling at Whole Foods for like 6 hours, sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to leave like an hour and a half in or something because we're not doing much, but like
You guys stay
That's
at
what
Whole
friends
Foods for
do.
6 hours sometimes?
no, this is an exaggeration. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like, you know, just to give an example,
I know what
you
you
like I
mean.
think sometimes I'm like, it's cool being with people, but sometimes I want to just like do something different. But like, so I think how I spend my time versus like who I spend it with, like those things matter a bit more to
okay.
me. It's just like, oh, like I could just go home and like go to the gym or like go home and like do something else or like go somewhere else, you know, type of thing. So yeah.
I wonder if you guys like feel the same in this way, but like I remember when I first come out to Remnant, 2023. So I'm turning 27. So I was 25, right? I was about to turn 26 around that time, and I was talking to someone.
I love how we...
Give a name, we can redact it.
Yeah, give a name. Give a name for the three of us.
I was talking to. I was telling him that I was starting to get exhausted in terms of like who I spend my time with, and because I was just getting acquainted in the Remnant community. Like there were so many people that I wanted to meet, and so many people that I wanted to do like one-on-ones with. But then like you only have like a finite amount of energy, right?
Mhm.
So I remember I was like telling him about that, and then he was like, you can't please everyone. Like you can't give your time to everyone and please them. Like at one point when you get to be this old,
That's crazy.
That's actually crazy.
when you get to be like older, you're gonna like figure out that like you don't have to spend time with everyone.
That's true, yeah.
And then like there's gonna be people that like eventually over time there's gonna be people that you find that you gravitate towards. And I was like, that is so true. So like that is like one piece of wisdom I guess I do still carry to this day. And I just can't help but feel that because like sometimes like when I do grab one-on-ones with people at church, sometimes like it overlaps with other one-on-ones. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, but like I can't do it this weekend, but like how about in like 3 weeks or like next month? And so I just feel like there were so many different times that I could have gotten close to someone, but then like I couldn't because I just didn't have enough energy. Or like I had to sacrifice meeting that one person because I had to like invest my time and energy and friendship into with another person. So like, do you guys ever feel that way too?
To be honest, I never felt that way.
Oh really?
Like, no, but like I think it's very relatable what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like just conceptually, you know what I mean? But
So like abstractly.
Wait, I feel like all honesty, man. Like I never done a one-on-one like at church.
Okay, I'm not saying just like one-on-one, but then like
Whoa, hold up.
Just-
Whoa. Sorry. So you've never done a one-on-one?
but you're a man. Like
I
do
know what
men
guys
do men?
Yeah. You don't. I'm not like, yo, okay, let's get one-on-one sometime. I wouldn't do that. Even if I hang out with Kay, I'm always like, let's try and invite some other people. You know what I mean? But no, I get the vibe though. You know, like I think like
I'm not saying like one-on-one specifically. That was just like an example, but like, do you ever feel like because you're investing your time and energy into this one friend, it takes away from being able to invest in energy and more friendship points, I guess you would say, into that other friend, and then it makes me sometimes go down like a road in my mind, like. Because you know how like sometimes you hang out with a friend and that event is what makes you guys get so close?
yeah.
So like I always end up thinking about like what if that event could have been that event?
Oh.
That's a good thought. I don't really think about that, but that's good.
Wait, I have a question for Jenny. Wait, is it because you want to become closer with more people? Like, what's your, like, do you want
What's the end goal?
Yeah. Because I feel like, kind of like what Cole's, I don't know if you were trying to say this earlier, but I think once you get older, like, you kind of realize your time is very limited. And then, like, who you spend that time with. And, like, I think your desire for, like, that time allocation, it, like, changes. So, is it because you want to make more friends that you kind of have this, like, back and forth of, like, oh, like, it could have been... Is that why?
I think that was me last year, and then I just like the way that I'm thinking last year and the way I'm thinking this year is so different though, because like I did get close with like so many people that like when I do meet new people, sometimes like, and this is so selfish of me, but then sometimes I think like, but I have my friends already, and like I want to invest
Yeah.
more energy and time into the friends that I already have, because I know that we already have such a good time. And for that, like, I feel selfish.
No, I see. But that's exactly what the time thing is.
Yeah. So, like, that's what I was asking, like, when you were younger, did you want to, like, always meet with everyone? And then nowadays, now because you're getting older, you're more like, the people that I know are already the people that I know.
I mean, I feel like I like want to meet more people, you know, or like make more friends. I feel like honestly, like Remnant's a good community, but like I think there's not as much like change in terms of like people, like new people coming in. At least like that's how I feel, and I think also it's different for guys in it, because guys I think just get closer a little differently. It's usually over like interests, I want to say. So like, but when I first joined Remnant, like I made all my friends like through basketball. Like all the guys that play basketball, those are all the guys that became like my good friends. So like Kay, Danny, Brian, like Kevin Ho, like all those guys, like we used to chill because like we would just like bond over like a shared interest, and also we would like do it consistently. So like we would play basketball like after church every Sunday. So it'd be like sometimes random days during the week because we were all like in school or like just started working. So like see them like twice, 3 times a week maybe for like months on end. And then like we play fantasy together, like do stuff also like behind the scenes and like spend more time. So we got really close. So I think that's like a hard part now, is because like I think a lot of the guys at Remnant, like there's just not as many new faces coming in, right? And then also it's like I already have like a circle of friends who like I see, and I like to see those friends like more often, honestly, like because I'm not like seeing them like every day, you know.
You want to see them more often?
I wouldn't mind seeing them more often, you know.
You want to see us more often?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Of course, man. But like, yeah, I think like sometimes with new people, like I think I kind of get that mentality, right? It's like oh, like I kind of already have this community at Remnant. And I think it's hard because like you know that feeling of like coming to Remnant like without knowing anybody, for example, and then like when service ends, everyone's like
so
you kind of get the sense, right? Like everyone's getting up to look for someone they know. It's like, oh, I'm like, oh, like Deborah, like, hey, how's it going? Like, you know what I mean? So like not knowing someone can be kind of scary. I think like
that's so scary.
I think like that mentality like also applies to like making more friends, because like I already have people that I know and like I'm chill with here. Like when I meet someone new, like the right thing to do probably I would say is like, oh, be open, like share your time, like try and get to know them. But it's like for me, I feel like kind of past that point. Just like, oh, like if I see them like a lot, like if we just happen to see each other like a ton, like small group, like hangouts, like hiking, whatever, then like I'll get to know them. But if it's like I see you once or twice, like I'll say hi and like chill and talk and like exchange IGs or whatever, you know. But like would I actually like hit them up to like hang out? Like I don't do one-on-ones, first of all, but I think like it kind of comes from both sides, you know. Like for me, I think like it's about like seeing someone multiple times, like get to know them, really like their interests and hobbies and whatnot. But also, you know, like from the other side, like I think it's just like I guess as you get older and like as you meet more people, you kind of get a sense of knowing yourself better. So you kind of know like, oh, what are the things that like I don't like, for example, or like I don't have interest in. Not that I don't like, but it's like, oh, someone else that comes and really likes like poetry or something, like, and they're like all about that, like
you don't think you're gonna get along with
like
that person?
I can be welcoming, you know what I mean? But like
I like poetry.
if you be dropping like he should talk to Deborah then, you know? Now that I know that, I can do you a solid and connect you guys, man. But for me, I think my job is like it's not real, you know. Like as in like I think without interest, it's hard to get to know someone really. And I think like small group kind of facilitates that in a sense in the church because like, you know, like you guys are in the same space like consistently over time, you know. Yeah. So.
I was literally talking to Deborah before you came that like, there's like this one person that I haven't met like more than 5 times, but even though I haven't met her that many times, I can already tell that like, oh, she and I we're not gonna click.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair because that's how it's gonna be, right? Like it's not possible to. I think that someone can be friends with every single person like on that deep of a level, then like no friendship is actually that deep, right? Because like it's just generally not like possible to be that invested equally in like every single relationship that you know. So I think like being intentional, like kind of understanding where you can be deeper friends, like I think is like valuable and it's like just normal to be honest. Like doesn't mean like be like an asshole to somebody like because you don't get along.
Yeah.
Which that's also good for me to hear, to be honest.
You're an asshole?
No, I'm not an asshole. I'm not an asshole. You know, just like keeping that tendency.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely it's like not easy, I think. Especially like not just like same gender, but even like cross gender like friendships and stuff, you know what I mean?
Ooh, you happen to bring it up.
I might just be a natural at this.
Okay, but then I have a question in terms of like, because you had briefly mentioned it before, and I like wanted to bring it back at some point. But like, you say that like men become friends differently, and you guys do it based on shared interests. It got me thinking like, how do women become friends? I feel like women, we just become friends if like we talk about like stuff, and then like once we empathize or we find like a grounds of like shared empathy. Like I told you that like Soul and I bonded over it. Like after that, like I feel like it's then you're like, oh my god, me too. Maybe it's like not shared interest, but like shared emotions. Maybe shared emotions.
But I do think vibes are important too.
I think for girls it's like the feelings, the emotions, the vibes. But then like it goes from like oh hey, like just being kind of surface level friends to like I have to tell you something. It's like the shared empathy. But like you guys, men become friends differently.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for guys it's just different. Like I think like girl friendships are just like a lot deeper. Like they have more like emotional depth.
You mean like girls with girls, or like you like men with girls as well?
I mean I think I was thinking mostly for like girls, like girl to girl.
Oh, girl to girl,
Like, I feel like girls have
girl.
like like there's like more like emotional depth there.
Yeah.
Like I think guys can be really good friends as in like like if something happens like I trust call them to like help me out or like pull up or whatever, you know. Yeah, but like I think like emotional support, like emotional depth is like just you're not as vulnerable with like guys. I think like just generally speaking, like we're kind of used to, I guess like kind of used to going through things like alone, so like there's less of like it feels kind of weird to just be like, I think it goes hand in hand like the like I just don't have one-on-ones, right? It's like would I be opposed to it? Like not really, but like is that like the first, if you ask me like I think the way to like get close to another guy like in a non-romantic way, you know what I mean? I gotta clarify, like my go-to wouldn't be like a one-on-one, you know what I mean? Like with someone like JC, like yeah, you know, but there's like a different dynamic there versus where like
because JC's more from like a mentoring
like a
kind
different
of
generation, bro.
Yeah,
like it's like
yeah.
ungiven advice, you know. But
I see.
like I think so for me I feel like it's just through interest.
Okay, yeah, let's say that you didn't know Kevin.
Kevin Shu?
Yeah. Or we could use K too, but then you said K through basketball, so that's why I'm saying Kevin.
Okay. Shout out Kevin.
Let's say that you didn't know Kevin, and then like you like just being in the same circle, you're like, oh, Kevin's kind of cool, and you want to get to know him better. How would you approach that?
I probably. Dang, I don't know.
You don't do one-on-ones.
I guess it's just like natural. Like you guys just like as you guys just keep
like,
talking.
I think me and Kevin kind of became friends like because back when we were in college, right? Like
Yeah.
I think it really helps like making friends like any stage of life. It just helps like being in the same place where you're kind of like high proximity.
Yeah.
You just happen to have random interactions that maybe kind of lend itself like, oh, actually like you mentioned like doing this, you actually like that, or like oh like I like that shirt, or like you know like I like that song you post on Instagram, man. Like
you say those things to
you
each
wanna go
other.
to Brooklyn Mirage sometime. Like I don't say that obviously, you know, because I don't rave, bro. But Like I feel like that's a way to like kind of create conversation.
Yeah.
If you were to want to kind of bridge that gap and like make a friend, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I thought you were gonna break up into a song there. Make a friend.
I might have a career there too. I don't have the voice for that, to be honest. But no, yeah, that's how I feel. Like,
Okay, wait. I have a question. I was listening to a podcast, and it's about how like, men have a harder time dealing with breakups or divorces than women do. But that's because, like you said, women like talk to each other about emotions, and then like, so if something happens, like while we're dating, we're not broken up yet. While we're dating, then we run to our girlfriends like, this is what happened. Right? But then like you guys don't do that as often, or like I guess like that kind of relationship is not as accessible to men. And so when breakups happen with girls or divorces happen with women, then like we always have like a solid friend group to return to, and then like you go like, we're gonna go clubbing, we're gonna go drinking, or we're gonna go to a trip, we're gonna go to a spa. Like girls rally, right? But then like men, it's just kind of like, what I heard is like men is more like, sorry to hear that, man. And so like that, and then like you apparently once you break up or you're divorced, obviously when I say break up, like you guys are having a long-term relationship, it's as if like you lose so much of your life. But the reason why I mentioned this is because I hear that like the way that men go about relationships in general, like you guys are happy with just a fist bump. Like if you're at the gym and you're working out, and let's say some like man, like some guy comes up to you like, and then he like, nice quads or whatever, right? Then you guys are like, yeah, like that simple interaction alone, I heard like makes you guys so happy. Whereas like it's not gonna be enough for us.
yeah, we're just happy with a little, man. You know what I mean? Being appreciative, man. But I think it's like guys just, not speaking for all guys, but I think like for me and like my experience, I think like guys like just receive like less compliments generally.
That's
And
what I
like
keep hearing.
and like also guys, I think guys receive like less physical touch. Like I think like
that's so
if
true.
you and Deborah,
Yeah.
a couple girls, you guys might like
Hug.
Oh,
for
we're
each
always
other, right?
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
up close,
yeah.
touching,
Yeah.
right? Like I think
Yeah.
like guys like at most would be like fist bump, like a dap or something like that. Like
Yeah.
like we never,
That's why a
like,
fist bump is so
Oh,
happy
they're
for
like-
them.
like never like a full on like hug like this. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a fist bump is kind of, I reserve that for like people that like I don't really know, to be honest. You know, like if I really know you, like I'm gonna go for a dap or something. Like
Mm.
but yeah, I feel like guys don't get much physical touch unless it's from your girlfriend, or like unless it's from her. Cause like my mom wouldn't. I wouldn't tell my mom either. You know what I mean? Like shout out my mom though, but like
Shout out Mrs. Yang.
true, man. All love, but like yeah. So I think like that's a big part of it, right? And I think guys are more used to like giving compliments. Cause like think about like when you're dating, right? Like and you're dating, like how often like initially like first
Oh,
dates, like,
yeah.
would the girl be like complimenting the guy about something?
It's all me.
Sometimes
It's all me.
there's some gems out there, but I feel like most of the time it's like,
No, as in like I give out the compliments.
is it? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
I feel like sometimes it's like usually it's like the guy. Like, imagine like a date and the guy doesn't compliment you like once in the first like.
Oh yeah, then I feel like he doesn't like me. Yeah.
oh, but that's not.
Like,
Oh.
imagine-
Oh.
Dude, they don't receive that, but they still. That's the dynamic. They don't expect. No, they're not like come here. They're like, oh, like that's just how it is. So
I
like,
never thought about it
Wait,
that
when
way.
you're like 6 days in though, when you're like dating, like sometimes like I think guys be like, oh, like eventually I think you realize like, oh, like the guy, like both people still need some form of reassurance.
Oh, like
That can
like
come in a compliment or physical touch or something. You know what I mean?
oh, like an
So this is
affirmation.
where the soft gooey little part comes from.
Yeah.
Do you seek out reassurance from your friends? Because I think I do sometimes.
Do you?
Really?
I don't think I do, but I think I'm like a rare girl.
I seek reassurance in this.
Yeah, I'm a bro. I think
Oh,
I'm a bro.
was.
I'm one of.
I seek reassurance in terms of like earlier today. I'm like, I think I'm going a little crazy. Am I crazy? Can you ground me a bit?
Oh, I see. I see.
Like that's how I seek out reassurance. Not like honestly, like the whole like, oh Jenny, I feel you doesn't work for me.
Oh, but that's how like a lot of.
I know. Reassurance for me, what it looks like is like them being like, dude, I think this is what you have to do, or like that
Yeah.
sucks. Like this is what you have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's how I feel reassured. Because when it's like,
Oh, now I'm gonna question. You know, like there are Dulu's chat. Everyone's like, oh, I feel bad. Now I'm gonna be like, guys, Jenny wants the real stuff.
Hold on.
She wants.
Hold on. I feel left out, man. I gotta see this chat now.
no, there's
I
You
can't be up to speed, man.
honestly sometimes I would think if the FBI were to get a hold of our chat, it would take them like a month for them to just look through our.
Yeah. No, just to understand. Yeah.
But I will say, like, I don't think I do that often with my guy friends. Like, to be honest, like, I don't really go to you guys
Yeah.
to like tell you the depths of my soul.
True.
Even
we hear it though, you know. Wait, what? You're being a little dramatic here. You must be the wine hitting, man. A little dramatic here.
Okay, you guys, that's all we need. That was so dramatic, bro.
that was so sweet.
That was so sweet.
I just kind of like my heart palpitated a little bit.
That's crazy.
So if we were to come to you and be like, we're a little crazy, can you ground us? What would you say? Yeah, you. Oh.
But
Yeah,
the thing is, like, I
compliment.
do want.
Like, me and Soul kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I do want to come to guys sometimes, especially when it comes to guy things.
Yeah.
Like, what
I
is
do
this is
too.
what's happening? What is your take on it?
I mean, you did ask me a couple things.
But that was like, I think though, like I ask men about things that I like with men about things that I don't really. I ask you guys about men that I don't particularly care about, or like
Yes, sir.
if that makes more sense.
People, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
But you know what I mean, right? I think like with more important people, you kind of want to like.
Yeah. Keep it closer.
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah. Like, I think just like, honestly, I don't think a lot of guys, to be frank, like, are like good at giving advice like that.
Yeah.
Including you?
I mean, obviously not.
Not to like.
Not to self-glaze, but I think like, you know, like, yeah, like I think a lot of guys like, cause I think there's a reason. Like, I think one of the reasons why, like, for example, like if I have problems, like I don't really want to go to like my friends like to talk about it.
Instead, you go to like one of your girlfriends, maybe Soul.
Maybe even that's like rare. Like usually I just deal with it on my own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think like, but everyone handles that stuff differently. I think for me, just like I understand like not everything is like super serious, you know. So like I don't like try not to like take everything too much to heart, or like my life is pretty boring, like drama free, you know. So I don't really got like stuff like that going on all the time, you know. But I feel like there are times like you might go to like guy friends and like it's just like guys aren't in that position often. So I think like when you don't like think that way often, like it's hard to like give like good actionable feedback sometimes.
That's
To
so
like
true,
activate that
yeah.
So
mind.
imagine like you never asked like to go that deep emotionally to think about something like that, and then your friend's like, yo, actually I'm having a really tough time with like my girlfriend, like she keeps getting mad about like this like I never done that to any of my friends, like gone to them about that, and they never gone to me about that. I bet it's like a hard combo, because like number one, like you guys don't have that combo often. You don't even get close to that level of combo like often, right? So like it's just like kind of there's like a bit of like a foreign area of your relationship.
For men?
Oh wow.
Like it's like a bit like a new area, right? It's like imagine like our topics usually consist of like
Sports.
sports,
Basketball.
Games.
food, like what we get plans, like who we think is like pretty or something, you know what I mean? And then like all of a sudden your homie's like, man, like I think I have like depression, like.
Oh, then you're like, oh well, what is this?
Then most of my guys that know probably like,
They
damn,
don't know.
that's tough, man. Like,
Oh, so they don't know
I
how
didn't
to
ask
offer-
for
yeah.
any of this conversation.
Yeah, or
I
it's
just came here
yeah,
for sports.
Exactly, yeah, or it's just like that's like not the level you guys typically go to in a relationship in your conversation. So like, it doesn't. It feels weird both ways. Like it feels weird being the one to approach that topic. Also, feels weird being the one to respond. You know, because you don't know like. You don't know, like, oh, like, if I say this, like, will he take it the wrong way? Or, like, will he get it? Like, do I know how to phrase this right? It's, like, stuff like that.
Do you think that because it's already set like that? Because you said it was, like, awkward, you coming to guys, or, like, guys coming to you, like, both scenarios. Do you think because it's set like that, nobody ever tries to do anything, and it's just become, like, oh, like, you guys don't want it anymore? Or do you guys want it but hide it? Or not hide it, but, like, you know, like...
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I mean... I can't speak for everybody, to be honest.
No, we only ask good questions on this podcast.
Facts. I agree, man.
It's therapy, guys.
I think, like, there's definitely some guys out there, like, who don't mind just, like, dropping everything and, like, saying whatever, asking whatever, you know? Like, David Wong, man. Like,
I was just about to say, David.
That's... I don't want to say the word, that's word, you know, but that's my guy. But, yeah, no, I think, like, I think... But also some guys are, like... I think everyone's receptive to hearing it. Like if you want to talk about it, but like I think sometimes like it's like if you were to share like something personal or emotional with Jenny, it's like, do you just want to be heard, or do you want to be heard, understood, and like have a response given?
Oh, because guys don't do that.
I'm saying like, if that kind of makes sense, right? Like, like just to get it off your chest is one thing, right? Like
that's so true.
They can be there to hear, but do you want someone to just hear and give like blanket statements kind of, or do you want someone to hear,
like understand
it, and then respond to something to help you? I think that's a different, that's like a much harder ask
of guys,
I think of like more guys and girls out.
Oh, I see. Oh, and then that goes back to because didn't have that experience.
And I think like also like I think for girls like it means a lot more maybe to like just be heard. But I think for guys, like I'm sure, like it's like
you guys are looking for solutions.
Guys, like if you and your boyfriend are talking whatever, and like he wants to give you solutions usually, right? At least at first, right? So like I think that's the difference. Is like as a guy, maybe like you want a solution, whereas like and so you don't feel as fulfilled by just like getting heard.
Oh,
whereas as a girl, maybe like you can just let it all out and then talk about it to Jenny, and like you actually feel better. But like for guys,
I
like,
want solutions.
For a guy, maybe it's like you feel better, but you still prefer like to have like someone process it and like give a response. You know?
Oh, I see.
I'm kind of just like spitballing those. I don't really think I've gone through this, to be honest.
No, but I think you're right. I think like like women are more socially trained to like if someone does tell us something or like dump something on us, our brain kind of like goes like, oh, we need to say something. We need to give them assurance. We need to
which is probably why the like that
but like have you asked them this? I don't know. Like we kind of go into like taking care of mode. I guess.
I mean like just look at, sorry, go ahead.
But then I think that's like us being socially trained to be like that. I think you guys don't have that.
Yeah, like if you just look at like Instagram like comments, you know, like if you post a photo from Easter, like come on, 20 minutes, man, like I'm about to see all these like
stunning
queen, gorgeous,
like fill in the blank, you know what I mean? And like people be typing that with like no smile on their face, you know what I mean? So it's like like, I just think like girls are like just more like used to just like giving reassurance. Like it's just like comes out naturally. You know? I don't think like guys like if I were to comment on like a friend's like post, it's a good.
You guys just go like looking good.
I wouldn't even say that. Like even that, I'd be like, that's kind of awkward. Like,
really? What would you say?
I just double tap and move on.
You be like chill.
You be chill.
I just double tap and move on. You know? Or like,
what if it's like the photo of his life, man?
Yeah.
What if it's like a wedding photo?
Yeah. I was just say.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just double tap and move on?
Don't move on.
Wait, okay, if it's a wedding photo, I'm not gonna.
Oh, you're gonna be like,
I'm not gonna drop like a comment like.
Well, he's definitely gonna be in it probably if it's one of his closest friends.
But would you congrats, man?
Oh,
like congrats, man. Yeah.
If it's like, there's a chance to like drop a meme, you know.
Oh,
interesting.
Like
guys be dropping like jokes or like memes in the comments.
That's how you guys kind of
like the fourth variation of like you look so hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, teach their own.
I was gonna ask you, like, have you ever thought of being part of one of your friends' like groomsmen party? Like, has that thought ever crossed your
I mean, I'll
mind?
think about it if I get invited. So,
I know, but then like you have your close friends right now, right?
yeah.
I feel like I think about that sometimes.
Oh, really?
Like, I have my close girlfriends. Not so much like will I be invited to like her bridal party, but like if I ever do, like if we're still close then, and I do get invited to her bridal party, I can't wait to celebrate her. Like, that's how I think. Like, do you ever think that way about your?
Dude, immediately like, nah.
I guess it's true if he only double taps on an Instagram
Like, I
photo.
don't know if I even qualify for that like position with some of my friends.
No,
be
you
honest.
do.
I mean, that's like their decision. You know what I mean? Like
You do.
But like, I feel like if the time comes, I'll think about it. Like, I feel like even like Josh's wedding, for example, like the one I'm going to like end of this month, is a
it-
friend of mine. Like,
Okay.
uh,
That's
home?
not Josh Liao, right?
no, it's Josh Ying. I don't think you guys. You might know. Actually, you don't know him either. But like, he was here in Remnant like a long time when we were in college. He was Kevin's old roommate.
Oh, this is the one that you guys are all going together.
We're all going together. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Wait, where's the wedding at?
In Oakland.
Oh, SF. Yeah.
Old stomping grounds, man. You see
Wow.
Berkeley.
That's
Yeah,
so
like,
much fun. Oh,
so like, yes, like that's like fun. But like, it hasn't hit me. I'm sure it's hit him, but like it hasn't hit me yet. Like to be honest, man, he's not gonna watch this. But to me, it's just like going home, seeing the homies, like a wedding. You know, like even though I do know his fiance, or like the bride.
but you're not in the. Are you in the party?
No, I'm not.
I think things might change if you're in the party.
It might. Honestly, it might. And like we'll see. Like when the time comes, you know, like you know who you are. Like invite me, man. If you're watching this, man. But yeah, like
Wow,
I think
times are changing, guys.
I think just the chance to go and be there,
Yeah.
would be cool. You
Yeah.
know? Like I don't really know what's the difference between like just being in the audience versus like being in that bridal party.
Because you spend like the 48 hours or however long it takes. First of all, you do the bachelor party, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you're getting pumped up for that. And then before the wedding even happens, like to 24 hours, 48 hours, you're all spending it together, preparing for the wedding.
Yeah,
and then,
practicing.
Like, it's just by the time the wedding happens,
Yeah.
your emotions are so heightened.
Yeah.
And like like the one that I just went to back in March, like I've seen men cry. For
Yeah, ain't never gonna be me, man. Yo, shout out. I got some friends, man, but like I don't think I could
Wait, you're never gonna.
force a tear.
No,
I
no, no,
don't think-
no, no, no. It's the moment.
it's the moment, and also it's just like
It's gonna force the tear.
I'm gonna need some eye drops, man.
Yeah, Cole's like.
I'm gonna catch you one day. We're all gonna be at a wedding one day, and you're gonna
4K, man.
yeah, and then you're gonna be
You're
crying.
gonna cry at her wedding.
Maybe
And then,
it'll be yours, man.
and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be.
Yours.
Maybe it'll be yours. First of all,
Anyone's except mine.
No,
no,
we'll be definitely crying.
You're definitely gonna cry at your wedding.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I haven't been to many weddings to be honest. Like, only one of a high school friend. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like it would hit. To be honest, it sounds like it's kind of stressful. Like
Oh.
48 hours, like with, like just like nonstop.
No, but it's like it's just 40. It's just partying, or it's just like having dinner or just talking.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure like yeah. I feel like if I ever get that chance, I would like love it. I don't know if I want to give a speech though, so maybe like no best man in the works for me.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna specifically make you have a speech at mine.
Me?
Yeah, let's say
her.
mine.
No,
10
You
years.
at hers.
You.
Why?
Because you just mentioned
said
it.
You don't want to.
Even if we're not friends in 10 years, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna receive a mail in the
10 years?
mailbox.
Guys, oh my god! In 10 years, where are we gonna be? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, in 10 years, let's say I get married in 10 years, right? You're gonna get a mail in the mailbox.
Man, 10 years? Play this clip right here. Man.
Yeah. And then just send this clip like randomly, like in 10 years, just send it to him when
To
you get
whose?
married.
To his?
him. And then be like, remember what you said.
That's somebody random.
No, what do you mean? What the heck? Somebody random, bro. You know how like we were talking about like girl and guy friendships? This goes like way back there, but do you ever feel like because with your girl friendships that you don't want to invest too much because ultimately at the end like it's kind of like
They're
'cause
gonna
that,
date somebody.
yeah. 'Cause I feel like that's how I felt with a lot of my guy
Me
friends. in
too. Wait,
college.
honestly, that's how I still feel.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, like I want to invest, but I'm like, ooh, like
They're gonna get close, and then,
Yeah.
or you know what I also think is that like, I talked about it extensively with you guys last year. I'm not sure if you were there for the conversations because you never come out, but no.
Don't cut that part out. Leave that in.
I will cut that real good.
But like, I always like wonder if like the only guy friends that I have, because this is something I heard, is that guys and girls are friends, and like because initially, like if it happens naturally like this, then that's fine. But like initially, if like they make efforts like on either parties to become friends, it's because either party is attracted to that other person. And so like I remember like I was talking to girls about this last year, and like are the guy friends that I have now in my life from all different areas of my life because there's only attraction there at first, like it's not genuine friendship. And also like I feel like Deborah said, I can't get close enough because one of us is going to start dating someone and then it fizzles out, whereas like you don't really fizzle out with girlfriends.
Yeah.
Is that the question that
Yeah, that's exactly
I mean, I feel like I never had that thought really.
Cole's general answer. Never thought of that before.
Yeah, some good questions. Some good questions. No, I mean, I feel like
It's because you're a T.
I guess. Yeah, I just think like that's kind of just how it is, you know. Like, okay, also I don't have like that many like really close like super deep like girl friendships.
Really? I feel like you do. That's why we're having this friendship topic. That's what we chose it
That's
for
what-
you.
Yeah, I'm not that qualified, you know, but
You're more qualified than other guys.
Yeah, I would say so.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah. But like, I guess I just think like I just think like girl guy friendships are very different, and I think I tell some of my guy friends about this. I feel like, but
Oh, you guys talk about this?
what like not really, but I think I mentioned like once or twice to be
Okay.
honest. But I think like for example, like I think me and Soul, like our friendship, I think it helped me like grow a lot as a person. I think I just think because having like a different perspective like that, and I think really helps to kind of like mature your worldview almost, and like gives you more perspective about things. And I think it also made me more comfortable talking to, because like you only talk to girls and it's like asking them out, or like only romantic setting. Like I talk to Soul like just like as like friends or like siblings or whatever, right? So like it becomes talking to girls is normal. It's just like, oh, like getting to know another person. Whereas like it could, before that, it could feel like kind of daunting, like, oh, like I'm not scared of girls, but it's like, oh, like it feels like there's more pressure on this interaction. I think also like it's just a good loop, right? Like I think it really taught me a lot about like how to see things differently, or how to like speak about things differently, or like different whatever, right? So I think there's a lot to gain from that, and it's not all destroyed or minimized by the fact that like she starts dating, right? I think there's a lot that's provided me and like helped me grow, and that stuff doesn't change even if our dynamic changes a little bit, because like to me the reverse is like, okay, if I'm friends with Soul, let's say, and Soul's friends with me, like if I start dating, then like that reverse could apply to her as well, right? But like if it were me dating, would I see her less? Like probably, yeah. But like would that make us less of friends? No, right? I think like sometimes like the closeness of your friendship isn't determined by like how often you see someone, right? But it's about like how much effort you put into it, how much effort you put that you value it. And I think like that value and effort, at least in that example, right, or any example, I think would be enough for me to want to intentionally preserve that. And like, you know, that's not gonna be like a footnote once I start dating, right?
But would you say that it's? I feel like it's a little different because like you and Soul are so close,
Yeah.
and like you guys have reached that point with. You guys have reached that point where like regardless of whoever's dating, like if you are dating someone and she's dating someone, like you guys are still going to like be talking to each other when you guys are dating, and then like, bro, he did this, or like she kind of said this. Like I think it's kind of a diss. What do you think? You know, like you guys have reached that point, but let's just say it's like one of us, right? Or like a girlfriend that like it's not as deep as Soul.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I think I get your point. Like I think like our relationships, right? Like obviously like is a little different, like just in terms of like time wise, right? Like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
a bit
yeah,
more
yeah.
like occupied, you know what I mean? But I feel like you know, like that changes things, right? But it doesn't. And like, yeah, like maybe it makes me a little sad sometimes. Like I don't like, right? Like, cause like the there's not as much time or availability to like hang out or do other stuff, right?
Dude,
like
it makes
casually.
me so sad.
Yeah, but I think also like as friends, like it's like as friends, do I want my even like my guy friends, I want them to be single like forever so they can just have time to spend with me? Like, I mean, no, I don't want that, you know? So like I think like that applies to like I mean like you guys are like any like girlfriends too, right? Like I don't have that many by the way, like but yeah, like I think it definitely applies. Like obviously like you can kind of be sad about the loss of like because it's almost like losing someone as a friend but then gaining them as like in a different capacity kind of, right?
Yeah.
I think like there's pros and cons to each, right? Because sometimes like people break up, like not trying to manifest that, but like
No.
like I was single like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like or sorry, I was dating 2 years ago. Now I'm single.
You could cut that out. Don't worry.
No, keep it in. You know, I saved it. You know what I mean? But like, yeah. So I think like those things all like come and go, right? Because like
Yeah.
when you're dating, you just have less time naturally.
Yeah.
I've been there. We all been there. So like,
Yeah.
well, like friends are friends, man. Like you know.
I guess that's true. Do you ever think that? Like, will my friends still stay here while I'm doing this?
Wow, will my friends stay here?
Are your friends loyal?
I'm not gonna lie, like I think these days I've been thinking that, and I think this is one of the reasons why like I'm so looking forward to my birthday party. Not to because it's my birthday party, but it's like because I get to like see you guys all in one setting.
Yeah. No, those
And
times
then-
get rarer and rarer. I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel like last year like we were able to like hang out so often, do so many things now, like especially during the summer. And like I'm not gonna lie, that is something that I do am looking forward to in the summer. Like I wish that like we still hung out often and like drank often together, but then I just haven't done it in so long with you guys that like that's why I'm looking so forward to my birthday party. But then there is like a thought in the back of my head that I'm like, while I'm off like cultivating this relationship, will my friends still stay here for me?
Oh.
Like we'll have
Have
a-
such a deep. We literally just like branched to a whole like.
Good question.
That is.
Yeah. No.
You never thought that like when you were in the beginning of your growing and cultivating?
Are my friends gonna stay?
Yeah.
I think that, but I don't expect it. You know what I mean? Because I think
I don't expect it. It's just like little
Good
little
to yeah.
word.
I'm sorry. Korean.
Titles.
No, but I definitely do recognize like because even in my relationship, like in the beginning, it was like less serious, right? And then
Yeah.
as it gets more serious, there's like more intentionality that goes behind the relationship that I recognize I have to sacrifice other things that I could have done easier before. So I do realize that there's a loss in that. And I think in the beginning, it was like very depressing because I was like, oh my God, like I could only see what I'm losing versus what I'm gaining.
It's low key where no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like I know what I'm gaining,
Yeah.
but almost I know what I'm losing.
No, exactly. But I think, like Cole said, I think if you're in like mature relationships with friends, I think you recognize that everybody has a season that they're doing, but like you just have to
Yeah.
stand where you are and then hope that like either you come back or friends come back or like, but then there's like that one place that you guys can always go. But I think that foundation is only there once you set it with your friends, because it doesn't happen when you're like mediocrely close to someone, you know, because then those like seasons can push you in and out.
Yeah.
But I think with genuine friendships, and then at that point, you know, you're like, oh, well, I was really close with Jenny, like, or like I was really close with blah blah blah, you know.
After like once it kind of
Yeah,
blows
yeah.
over.
Yeah, because you sometimes need that, you know, and then you also realize like what type of friends are loyal and what type of friends are ready to ditch when it's like hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it helps to reach out too, to be honest. Like I think as someone that's like with a lot of my friends who are dating and like I'm like single, so I think like it helps because sometimes when people are dating, obviously you're gonna be more busy. That's too scheduled to deal with, right? Like things to do, whatever. Versus like when you're single. So I think like sometimes like I will give friends benefit of the doubt, right? Sometimes like your friends might honestly think like kind of respect their boundaries. It's like, oh, like if Jenny's dating, I don't want to hit you up like I don't want to be like texting you, hit you up like to do stuff. Like I don't know how that be seen. I think it helps as like the person that's taken or is like busier, right? To be proactive and be like, hey, like let's say like I hit some of my friends up and they're all like, oh, I'm hanging with my girlfriend. I'm like doing this, I'm doing that. Like not free. Like I'm gonna stop asking. You know what I mean? So like
You're gonna stop asking?
like over time you stop asking, right? Like
I know, but then that's what also like
what I'm saying is like
kills
yeah,
me.
like it's like
it kills me because I'm like, please stop, don't ask, don't stop, keep asking me.
Because I think it's like a two-way street. So I think that helps a lot. Like when you're the person that's like taken to reach back out and be like, hey, actually, like, yo, like I'm free this day. Do you want to like catch up and get drinks? Do you want to like? Because then you make your intentions known. Like, oh, like I also do value our relationship, like me and you, not like me as like the boyfriend and girlfriend of so and so, and like, but like me as your friend. And I think that like that can help like stabilize a relationship versus it feeling like the single friend kind of feels like left out or like choked out because like, oh, like you should want that, like your partner should be your top priority, right? But like it's hard to know from the outside like how much time you have, your friend has, how much like willingness they have to like prioritize your friendship as well. But like I think as a person who's inside, you can make that known. You can like communicate that like via asking like, oh, like, hey, actually I'm free this and so I know I couldn't do last time, like
So
you want to like you want to
wise.
get dinner, you want to like catch up, like that lets your friend like subtly know like, oh, actually like just one-on-one, like maybe no partners, like or even with a partner, right? But like they feel like it's like
Oh, she's
reassurance, right?
including
It's like,
me
oh, like
in her
she
life.
does care, like she still does want to hang out, you know? And I think that's like one way to go about it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you're so wise. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Why do you feel like you're losing time?
I think it's just I think I talked about it with you. Like I'm just trying to like grapple everything and then hold on to everything. I'm trying to hold on to the relationships as they were, but I know it's not like I don't know that like relationships change, and like you said, like we all have different seasons. And literally right before you came, like we were talking about how like lately, like the girls and us, like we haven't really had time to like really. Because last year, like, we literally met up, like, every single week.
oh yeah, trust me, nothing left out.
But then, like, all of us are, like, so busy that we haven't really had much time to do that. And then, so, like, I know, like, in the distant future, like, we can get, maybe not as often as every week, but we can definitely get back to some sort of schedule again.
Yeah.
But, like, I just can't help. I don't know. I think it's just me being greedy.
Oh, you miss us meeting every week.
Of course. and of course, like,
I'm like a therapist, bro.
No!
I'm killing friendships out here, man. Robbie working like 5 jobs, man. Part-time.
Where are the 3?
He's a part-time host, part-time therapist, part-time
Full-time friend.
Yeah, full-time friend, part-time shout-outer.
Shout out Henry.
Full-time child of God. Yeah, of course I miss them. Of course I miss you guys. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I really miss like you and like Isaac and like just random people, like, or like even Joseph, where I'm just like I would say hi to. But like now it's like even to say hi, it's like I feel like it's like once every like 2 months.
you literally don't come out like one. You literally come out once every 2 months.
Hearing that from you is crazy.
But I'm coming out again, so.
Your schedule's a little bit more stable now.
No, now I'm trying to like bring Chris into, Mr. Fondue. I'm trying to bring him into like church and like.
That's
I think it's gonna get cut.
you're trying to bring Mr. Fondue
Yeah, I'm trying to bring
into.
Mr. Fondue like into my life things, because I think before I had to keep separating it, and then that's how I like.
It's so hard though.
Yeah, but even like, was this such a side note? But even like bringing him to church, I'm like I don't know what to do after lunch, because like.
Yeah,
you know what? Okay,
because
anyway.
they're not in small
Yeah.
group. They don't know anyone.
Yeah,
It's hard until like
yeah. Anyway.
Get someone to pull up, join us for lunch.
we need
I mean,
to.
I just joined your small group, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a drifter. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even join my small group yesterday, and I just went to get
Yeah.
lunch with Chiyun and Christina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Glad to be friends, though, honestly.
With Chris?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in photography, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he asked us to do a photo walk.
Oh.
He was like, "Bring your mans." I was like,
Why? See, now we have to find stuff like that to do too.
We know the next two guests.
But anyways, yeah.
Oh,
I feel like
the way we ended this is so sad.
is it? It is. It's like bittersweet, I guess.
It's like bittersweet.
I don't know, but okay. I have a question in terms of like I think I keep saying I have a question, but I always have questions. I think as I get older and older, I get more and more like bittersweet.
Like reminiscent.
Yeah, oh, that's a great reminiscent or just like. I think I'm just my heart feels softer as I'm getting older and older.
Cole, say something.
Oh, like yeah.
No, wait, Jenny, I totally get you. I totally. No. I just.
Honestly, as I was looking at you guys, like I didn't register that I was looking at you guys.
I totally understand, but I was just waiting because I want to see if you understood. Because I think. No. I think as you get older, you realize slowly that things like you could only have had when you were younger. Like, okay, even just like, you know, like college days when you can just like go up to your friends' dorms and say hi. Like those days are gone.
Yeah.
Days of like,
Those days are gone.
They're gone. And then like the days of like us meeting every week for like Compass.
Those days are gone.
Like Compass is gone. Like it's just like slowly things that like came so easily before. I mean, not that they were like easy, but like, it's like, it's really like becomes rarer and
yeah, like what you said earlier, like meeting becomes rarer and rarer.
Yeah, no, I think that, yeah, I mean, I feel that.
But then that gets me I don't know, that gets me sad, I guess. I shouldn't be sad because of course, like you said, we're gaining other stuff. But that gets me sad.
It is sad because those are like good memories, you know, and like I think like it's like something that won't like replicate again, like potentially, right? Because I think like everyone's life stage changes, or like no, like I don't mean like it'll never happen again, but like if it were to happen again, right? Like everyone is a different person. Like we're not all the same people we were back like a year, 2 years ago, right?
Oh. No, I know. I think that's why.
Okay, the title of this podcast is Cole Makes Two Girls Cry. Okay.
First time ever, man.
But I feel like it is sad though. Yeah, I feel that too, because like it's like, you know, even like just seeing like the instigators group chat, you know, like
It's dying.
like it's not the same as it was like, you know, before. It would have been like FBI material, you know. Now it's like, you know, now it's like once every like week we get like a you don't want to get dinner message, you know what I mean? So I think it's like, yeah, it's definitely sad. It's kind of like you have to come to terms with like the dynamic changing of that relationship, right? But like there's also good things to take from, right? Because like
what?
it's good to see like your friends like grow and like maybe like maybe like I never would have thought like someone would have like dated, you know, and like now they really out here popping off and stuff, you know. So like it's cool to see your friends like grow and like go through those things and like kind of see you guys as a group, like looking back like, oh, how far we came, like be more independent, like doing this like career, personal life, like spiritual, whatever, you know what I mean, like traveling stuff. Like there's still memories to talk about and share because like everyone's life keeps going, you know what I mean, but it's not always like intersecting, you know, but it's like still every day is the same. We all like in the same city still, you know, like doing the same things, like same church and all that.
You're right. In the grand scheme of things, like we're still in the same city. We're still so easily accessible.
and they still your friends, you know. They still your friends no matter what happens. You know what I mean? Like that's a good feeling to have.
I know, but then I think that like personally for me, like I don't know how it is for you guys, but like I I feel like I'm much closer with my friends than my family. And maybe like, I don't know if you feel that way. Maybe because you live with your siblings, but like, I don't know if you feel that way because like you also live here in New York City, whereas your family is back in California, and like your home is back in California.
I'm closer to my friends, I'll say.
Yeah, and I think that's why I feel like. How do you feel?
Ooh, I think mine's like equal.
Equal?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why I think that like changes in friendships, it feels like it impacts harder just because they are your world, at least in your 20s, right?
Yeah, no. I agree. Yeah, I think honestly, like, maybe I feel like a little bit like, I think I like kind of come to terms with it a little bit just because like literally all my friends like are dating. So like I just have a lot more time like alone to do stuff, or just like feel more comfortable doing these alone. I think like a lot of my hobbies honestly like are more like solo type of things or stuff. And I think also like, yeah, when I was in college, we used to play basketball like multiple times a week. Like Danny knows this, you know, like, and like
Danny.
if you watching, bro, sometime soon. But like, yeah, like I feel like now like we might play once every 3 weeks, and that's just on Sundays, you know. And I think it's like circumstance, but also people just like grow, like interests change, like commitments change, and like you know. But like what happens is like when we do play basketball together now, like me, Danny, Kay, whoever, like it's still just as fun, and like it means more. So we don't get that chance as often, you know what I mean? Like we used to play like all the damn time, and now it's like once in a while. But like now it's like, oh shoot, like they all pulled up, you know. Like then it's like it's fun, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, you're killing us.
I'm just speaking on the mic, man.
I guess we'll end it there.
stay tuned for the next guest next week.
Oh,
Oh, my bad.
it's just us two.
Oh, stay tuned for no guest
Yeah.
next week.
Next week will be like what should we do? Oh yeah, you have to decide to talk for us.
Oh yeah,
Wait, what? You guys didn't tell me that before.
we're doing like a popcorn thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, next topic.
Yeah.
You know, how y'all wanna like how it's been like navigating like that transition, you know, like as like the Compass girls all get
Cole!
That was right on time, I think. That was right on time.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on today's episode.
Thank you for having me, man.
I know this episode was a little hectic
It was
in terms
so-
of.
It was a lot of fun, though.
I mean, there was like so many technical difficulties, and also like we were jumping topic to topic, and we try to stay our best on friendship.
Yeah, I think we did a good job. Yeah.
We did. I think our just emotions were a little bit everywhere today.
It was a very
Because-
vulnerable session.
Yeah, it was.
especially
Yeah. Lady Jenny.
for Jenny right here, but shout out the host, man.
Okay,
Shout out the AVT
Okay,
guy,
but
too.
it's because like the way you phrase things, it was like just so, it was so beautiful, and just it touched my heart.
No, I mean, I'm happy to hear. Like, I mean, it is like, it's a tough topic, I think, and like, it's not something that like it's always like easy to confront or like I think deal with. But I think it helps to like talk it out and like see that like people like are kind of going through it together and like
Yeah.
can empathize and like stuff like that.
I don't think friendship love is that talked about as compared to like romantic or familial love.
So that can be our next topic, friendship love.
Wait, that's what we talked about today.
No,
That's basically what we talked about today.
Friendship, but like he said, like the transition.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
You're freestyling right now.
Anyway, thank you for coming on. We should have given this.
Oh yeah.
Sephora? What is this?
We got you concealer because we thought you needed it. No.
No. It's a little. So that's for lips,
Dang, thank you.
and then that's a hand sanitizer. A fancy hand sanitizer.
Alright, please take it on a date and tell us what the reaction's like.
Just feel like.
I don't know if I'm like gonna be in the dating game for a minute.
Hi girls, he's all single. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hand sanitizer.
That was great.